I got an email today saying that my Star Wars Rebel box was shipping soon. I got this like 2 days ago. So this is my penultimate Star Wars Smugglers box. If you don't know what that word means, look it up. It's a good word. This is Rebels themed, as you can see on the top here. We have a picture of Ezra. Otherwise, the box is pretty plain, if not maybe a little long. Let's go ahead and see what's in it. I'm going to guess a lot of Funko stuff. First of all, we have a Zeb patch for you to put on all your backpack or denim wear. Irons on easy, probably. I'm not entirely sure, but Zeb is a great character. He is based off the original design of Chewbacca from Ralph McQuarrie's early design art. That's kind of a fun fact about Zeb. It's kind of the only fact I have about him. Of course, you also get a little pin here. This is Sabine, who is one of my favorite characters from the show. She is a Mandalorian, and actually they've got a pretty good art going for her. She's a great character. She's got a great design. It's still a pin though, so it's hard to really get into it. This is a preview for next month's box. It's the 40th anniversary box. That will be my final box. Probably. Definitely. Alright. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Star Wars Rebels t-shirt. It has a nice, soft feel to it. And that's pretty much been the case of every t-shirt I've received from the Smuggler's crate. It's been a nice, soft material, well made. The problem I have is instead of just having Rebels characters on the shirt, which I like, it has Funko Pop theme looking Rebels characters. So they have that telltale large head and dead shark eyes. Hooray. I mean, it's fine. I'll wear it. I wear the other shirts that I've gotten from it when it gets through my shirt rotation. One of the side effects of getting these boxes is I have a ton of t-shirts. It takes me like 3 months to get through my t-shirt rotation at this point. It's kind of fun. Anyway, it's cool. You got all the classic characters. I'm looking at my my viewfinder here. You got Ezra, you got Hera, you got Kanan, Zeb, Choppa, and then helmetless Sabine. I didn't recognize her at first because she's just a very generic person without her helmet on, without coloring, because that's one of the things about her is she's colored vibrantly because she likes to paint. Anyway, it's a good shirt if you like, I'm going to take that back. It's a great shirt if you like Funko Pop things. It's a good shirt if you don't really care about Funko Pop, but you like Rebels and soft shirts. It's a very okay shirt if you don't like either of those and you're just maybe homeless and looking to wear a shirt. I don't know. I like the shirt. The shirt's fine. Let's see what else is in the box. Another one of these. The last one I got of these was smaller. I'll give it that. But it was a Darth Vader, and it was like a weird sparkly purple. This one, I honestly couldn't even begin to say, ooh, that stinks. What is that? It smells like someone took a poop on a skunk. This is terrible. What do they make this out of? Oh. Ugh. Gross. Chopper's kind of a little turd, so it makes sense, I guess. Some people like Chopper, some people don't. I admittedly didn't really like him in the first season, but he kind of grew on me in the second season. But he was a tiny little turd, and I wanted to push him off of the edge of a cliff, but he would just fly back up. So this kind of stuff really isn't my thing. It's very stylized, it's sparkly. I mean, even the Funko Pop, I kind of like to collect when I get them in here because they look nice on a shelf, and they typically have good details and good paint apps. This is just a Chopper-shaped sparkle plastic lump. Let's move on. Next is Captain Rex. I don't think I did that one right, but whatever. I can't do accents. This is Captain Rex from Star Wars Rebels. He debuted in Season 2, and it was a welcome addition because I was very happy to know that Captain Rex not only didn't die, but he also didn't participate in the killing of the Jedi. Because if you haven't watched the Clone Wars, which this is sort of a direct sequel to, I highly recommend it. I just finished watching the entire series because Netflix was going to take them off. And I made it a mission to watch all 6 seasons in the 30 days I had left. And I made it, except for I finished the last episode like a half hour after midnight from they were supposed to be taken down, and they didn't get taken down. I was like, oh, cool, I made it. And then they didn't get taken down, and then they're still there. I guess they decided not to take them down. So I kind of feel like it was a waste of time now, because I could have just watched them at my leisure instead of rushing through them, ignoring some other things like making videos. So that being said, this is about Captain Rex. You can tell he's an old man, because that's what he is in the show. I think in this he's in his like 50s or 60s. He's still kind of a rough and tumble kind of commander. He's basically the same character but old. That's all I have to say about Captain Rex. The figure's fine. It definitely accurately portrays him, even though, you know, it's standard Funko Pop style. He's got his blasters, same as he had in the show, except for there's no way that these large blasters are going to fit into these tiny little holsters. They're just not. They're not going to fit. It's kind of weird they even bothered to put them there, because this is some sort of weird Transformers mass shifting going on. It's not going to work. Last and not least, it's Darth Maul. This is awkward. I don't know if you watch Rebels. If you do and you're caught up, you know why it's awkward. There's a spoiler going on with Darth Maul. I'm not going to get too much into it, but I didn't watch the episode because I was at work. Both the Star Wars Facebook page and the Rebels Facebook page posted the same post at the same time, ruining the entire episode for me before I got to go home and watch it. So that was cool of them to do. Thanks, Star Wars. Anyways, this is Darth Maul from Star Wars Rebels. If you're wondering why Darth Maul is in Star Wars Rebels and not dead from episode 1, you have a lot of catching up to do. In Star Wars The Clone Wars, it turns out he wasn't really dead. He got cut in half and he got repaired, and his brother, blah, 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 blah. He's in Rebels. And he has robot legs. He's got yellow eyes instead of black eyes. That's kind of fun. I guess because if they gave him black eyes, you wouldn't be able to see any eyes because he has black paint around him. Plus he's a Sith, and they have those yellow eyes because of the dark side. I don't know if you know that. Dark side makes you have yellow eyes. It's just a thing. I didn't know that for a while because I'm colorblind, and I just don't notice those things until someone pointed it out. He's got bobblehead just like they all have to be, because they can't make Star Wars figures. They just make bobbleheads, and that's how they get around it. He's got a lightsaber. I like him. He's fine. I wish the ending hadn't been spoiled for me. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Although saying there's a spoiler is kind of a spoiler if you read into it. So, I don't know. Sorry. So that's it for March's Smuggler's box. Rebels themed, what can I say about it? The shirt's fine. I'm going to give the shirt full points. While I don't care for the style, I like the shirt, and I like the content on the shirt. So I'm going to give it a full point. We're doing this out of 5. I don't know why. It just makes more sense to do something out of 5 than 10 because there's less leeway. I'm giving no points for Chopper. If I wanted, I'd probably take away points, because this thing not only is something that I don't like, it actively smells. It still smells. I can smell it from here, like it's wafting onto my face. I know it's only a couple inches away, but I can't smell anything else from this close. Full points for these two guys. I like them as characters. They're fine. They'll look good on my shelf, which is good. Where I have all my other Funko Pops. It's not here. It's out in the living room on the mantle. 3.5 out of 5 for this box, which for me, on this, I feel like is a good score, because it just turns out I don't really like Funko that much, and it took me a year's worth of these boxes to figure that out. That's fine. I know you might like it and you might give it a better score, and that's fine. You're allowed to. This is just my feelings on the box. It kind of sounded like Jerry Seinfeld. Thanks for watching. Go ahead and comment down below to let me know how much you hated it or agreed with me, or your own thoughts on the box. I love reading them. I try to respond to everyone. Give the thing a like if you want to, and subscribe, because why not? And I will see you next time. Bye.